Hello there students, welcome to the class today. Today we're going to be looking at a topic algebra, and the different aspects of algebra we're going to be considering are first substitution, okay, and secondly simplification, and thirdly expansion. So we have here that on our board here, we have here that in algebra we use letters to represent numbers. The numbers can be whole number, fraction, positive or negative. Alright, so we're going to be seeing how we can use all these form of numbers to do substitution, to do simplification, and also to do expansion in algebra. Okay, so let's get started. Alright, we have a few examples there on simplification of algebra terms. So the instruction here is that we are to simplify the following expressions. So the first example we have here is minus 5 multiplied by a. So just like we have it there on our screen here. So the question here says minus 5 multiplying a. So it's as simple as saying minus 5a. So this is where a number is multiplying an alphabet. Minus 5 is multiplying the alphabet a, is giving us minus 5a. So we have another example here. This is minus 5x multiplying minus 8. Negative 5x multiplying a negative 8. So what is that? How does that work? The first thing is the two numbers are having signs. So this is a negative and this is a negative. So the rule says negative multiplying negative becomes positive. Okay? When negative multiplies negative, it becomes positive. When positive also multiplies positive, it becomes positive. Okay? Simply said, when those two signs are the same, minus multiplying minus is positive, plus multiplying plus is also positive. Okay, so let's look at the example here. So you've seen a positive sign as a result of minus multiplying minus. Then the next thing we have is 5 multiplying 8, that is 40. 5 multiplying 8 is 40. Then we have our x. The x right here with 5. That's simple. Negative multiplying negative to give positive. 5 multiplying 8 to give 40. Then we have the x. Now the third question here. Okay? Just like we did the other time, negative multiplying negative gives a positive sign. Okay? 8 now multiplying 3 gives 24. Then we are having two x's or x. So x here multiplying another x here, this x, multiplying this x gives an x square. So simplifying this expression, you are having a positive 24x squared. Now the fourth expression we have here is in division. We are having minus 6x to be divided by minus 2. So putting it in division form, so this is a negative dividing a negative becomes positive. Okay, when a negative divides a negative, it becomes positive. Now okay, now the next thing is this is 6 now divided by 2, or 2 dividing 6, that gives 3. Then we have the x up here. So simplifying this expression, you are having 3x. Alright, so I believe you understand. You need to get it basis, because all these bases are what we're going to be applying in other or in higher works. Alright, okay, so let's move on. Now we are on to substitution. What do we do in substitution? Substitution simply means to replace. Okay, replacements. So take for instance here, look at the instruction we have on this board below. So find the values of the expression below. When x equals 4x, when y equals minus 5, and when z equals minus 3. So it means that each of these numbers that are assigned to those alphabets will be replacing them in the expression. Let me say that again. Each of these numbers that are assigned to this alphabet, here 4 is assigned to x, here minus 5 is assigned to y, here minus 3 is assigned to z. So anytime where you see x, you bring in 4 for it, or you replace it by 4. Anywhere you see y, you replace it by minus 5, and anywhere you see z, you replace it by minus 3. That is just what we want to do. So let's continue now. The first question here says, question 1, simplify 2x. So what is 2x when x equals to 4 here, according to what we have here? So you have that 2x is equal to what when x equal to 4? So you have 2 now. So you are going to be replacing this x by what? By this digit 4. That is just what is happening here. So I say that again. The 4 that we're given here replaces x here, and the whole thing here becomes 2x. I mean 2 multiplied by 4. So simply said, 2 open bracket 4 close bracket simply means 2 times 4, and that's it. Simple said. So question 2, y squared. So y squared, it simply means y multiplying by y. Again, y squared means y multiplying y. So when y equals to, what's the value here? When y equals minus 5. Can you see? So it means that for each of these y, you'll be bringing in minus 5. So that equals to minus 5 multiplying minus 5. So this y is changing to minus 5 here, and this y is also being replaced by minus y. And you have your answer to be minus 5 multiplying minus 5. That is plus 25. Positive 25. Now, question 3. I'm having y minus z. Just like I have it there. Y minus z. So, when y equals minus 5 and z equals minus 3, what's going to be my answer? So, for y is minus 5 here in brackets. I have this negative sign here already. Then z here becomes minus 3. Yeah. So, this is minus 5 coming out here. I need to simplify those two signs. This negative coming across the negative here. So, simplifying them, just like I told you the other time, minus multiplying a minus, or negative multiplying a negative becomes positive. Okay? So, that is positive that you are seeing coming up here. Then, 3. So, I'm having a minus 5 plus 3. Having a negative 5 plus 3. So, that's going to be a negative 2. I believe this is understood. Let's believe. So, let's move on to the next question. Question 4. Question 4 says x plus z over x plus y. So, when x equals 4, and when y equals minus 5, and z equals minus 3. So, I just bring them in straight forward. So, this is x becoming 4, z, x in red becoming 4, z in purple becoming minus 3, x in red again becoming 4, and y in yellow becoming minus 5. So, we have this. So, you see, this is 4, this is 4. I simplify this positive 3, this positive sign, so this is negative 3, and it brings negative 3. Remember, every time I said that once the two signs are not the same thing, this is positive simplifying negative there. So, once the two signs are not the same thing, you have a negative. The same thing down here, positive simplifying a negative, you're having a negative sign. I think being is positive, positive, or negative, negative, you're going to have a positive sign here. So, then we have 3 here, and we have 5 here. So, simplifying then, 4 minus 3 equals 1, and 4 minus 5 equals minus 1. Maybe I'm too fast. I think I'm not. Okay, maybe I'll make it slower now. This is question 5. I believe that is understood. Now this is question 5. Question 5 says y plus 5z over x. Okay, so just replace them by what is given there. Y is minus 5, then plus 5 into our z is minus 3. Z here is minus 3, and our x is plus 4. Okay, so simplifying that, we'll be having this negative 5, then plus this is 5 multiplying minus 3 becomes minus 15. Again, I say that this is 5 multiplying minus 3, it becomes minus 15. Then you have a positive sign outside there, remember. So what does What's that? So everything divided by 4. So when you simplify, you have minus 5 here. Then this positive and negative becoming what? Negative. Then you have 15. So over 4 that you have in the denominator. So once that is it, you need to simplify minus 15, minus 5, minus 15. That is the next thing you have to do. You have to simplify minus 5 minus 15 divided by 4. So you have minus 20 over 4. Remember, this is not minus multiplying minus. No. So this minus and minus will not become plus, because they are not simplifying each other. They are not. So this minus 5 minus 15 gives minus 20, not plus 20, then over 4. Why? The two signs are not coming in contact with each other. Get that? And you are not multiplying them or dividing them. So this is minus 5, this minus 5, this is minus 15. They are two different values. I believe this session of substitution is understood. If not, you can go back again and just watch it over again. I believe you're going to get it. It's simple. Alright. Alright, you welcome back from the short break. Now I'll be considering simplification. And the basic way we do simplification in algebra is most times by removal of brackets or parentheses. I believe you can see clearly the examples we have on your screen right now. And the instruction we have here on this green board says simplify the following expressions by removing the bracket. So majorly when you're simplifying in algebra, it comes by removal of brackets, majorly. So let's look into these examples one after the other and let's see how it works. Alright, example 1. We have an example 1 that's just like you can see it, we're bringing it on this right green screen. So we have 6 minus open brackets y plus 4 close the bracket plus 4y. So just like I said, the major simplification you do in algebra is opening of brackets. So let's try to open this bracket. So the next step we have is we have this 6 coming down. Then we need to open this bracket by simplifying the bracket by multiplying it by the negative sign outside there. That's how you simplify the bracket. So the negative sign multiplies y and it also multiplies plus 4. Okay, so by doing that, we can have minus y and minus 4. So this negative multiplies y to give this. Then this negative multiply plus 4 to give minus 4. I believe you can see the movement of my mouse. Then you have this plus 4 down here. So then you've simplified the bracket. So the next step is we want to collect lag terms. So what are the lag terms? You can see 6 here, you can see 4 here. They don't have y. I said that again. 6 and 4, they don't have y. This is y and this is plus 4. They do have y. Okay, so the two numbers that do not have y, they are lag terms. So the two numbers that have y, they are also lag terms. So working on that lag terms, I'm writing 6. So the lag term with 6 is 4. Because 6 doesn't have y and 4 doesn't have y. So let me bring 4 straight to come and meet 6 here. That's the collection of my lag terms. So I believe you can see that movement. So this minus 4 coming down here to come and meet 6. Then I'm having this negative y here coming to this direction. Then this plus 4 comes down. That's how to collect lag terms. So y and y are collected together on the same side. Then 6 and minus 4 are also collected on the same side. I mean on another side. So a kind of grouping. So with that we can simplify 6 and minus 4 to be equal to 2. And here is minus y plus 4. Minus y plus 4, you are having a negative y and you are having a positive y. When you simplify, what do you have? That's a positive 3y. I believe you're following. So any other thing you think we can simplify again? No. This is 2, this is 3y. They are not like them, so we can't do any other thing further from here. So the next example, example 2. So just like we have it on the screen here, is being brought there right now. So this is x plus 7 in a black bracket, but notice there is no sign here. No sign here. So once there is no sign here, we don't really need to struggle with this. But here, this red bracket, there is a negative before it. So you need to simplify the bracket with the negative before it. So you can just bring this one down as x plus 7, nothing. It's not going to be multiplying anything. So then this negative sign, now multiplying this red bracket. So you're first going to be having a negative y. If you remember the other time, I said when a negative is multiplying a negative, what does it become? It becomes a positive. Then you have your 8. Just like I'm having it, you have your 8 here. So you're having x plus 7 minus y plus 8. So we are still probably collecting like terms there. So what are the like terms there? We have 2 alphabets and we have 2 numbers. So the 2 alphabets are like terms and the 2 numbers are another like terms. Yeah. So I gather all the 2 alphabets on this side. This is x and this is minus y on the right side. Then on the other side, let me have positive 7 and what? Positive 8. I believe you can see that grouping. Then I can have x minus y. I can't simplify anything there. Okay, so this is plus 7 plus 8. When you're adding a 7 to a 8, that's plus 15. And with this, there is no any other thing I can do. No any other thing I can do. Nothing. So that's it. Then the next question here is question 3 question 3 is 7 minus open bracket 5a minus 1 close bracket plus 3a. Then 7, when you open this bracket, you have a minus 5a plus 1. This minus, maybe I'm too fast, let me come back. This negative is multiplying this 5a to become a negative 5a. This negative is multiplying this negative 1 to become a positive 1a. Remember, negative multiplying negative give a positive sign, or positive 1. Then you have your plus 3a here. So still collecting like terms, and what are the like terms? I have 7 here and plus 1 here. They are not having a. I believe you understand that. They are not having a. So they are like terms. You see them? You see me grouping them together here. Then I'm having minus 5a and plus 3. Hey, those 2 numbers are having a. So they are a terms. They are expressed in a. So you can just have your plus 3 here and your minus 5. Hey, okay, so this is just grouping, collecting like time. So what do we have to do now? Then adding 7 plus 1, that's 8. Then this plus 3a minus 5a. You're having a positive 3 and you're having a negative 5. What do you have? That is a negative 2. So you're having here 8 minus 2a. With this you can simplify further. Okay, you can simplify further. You can't. So you rather leave the answer like this. This is a simplification. Or at worst, maybe you can factorize if the need be. So probably you see 2 as a common factor. Then open your brackets. That's going to be, you will be having 4 here. Then so negative. I'll be having a negative a. Close brackets. Alright, question 4. We can see 2 brackets, so I just want us to pay attention first to those 2 brackets. Let's simplify them before we do any other thing. So we're having 2v minus 4. Then let's simplify this red bracket. Simplifying it, we're going to have a negative 1 and a negative multiplying a positive will give a negative v here. Now this is another bracket, but we have plus there. So plus will not change anything in the brackets. It won't. It's only negative that changes what is in the bracket. So positive will not change anything in the bracket. So we are just having the exact 4 minus y. Okay? That is just going to be the result. So if that is it, then let's call it like terms. Remember this sign, the sign before I move before I go on, the sign here is positive. So this is positive, this is the same positive. Okay? Now, collecting like terms, I'm having a 2v here, I'm having a minus v here, I'm having another minus v here in black. So, those are v terms collected. Now, I'm seeing a negative 1 here. Okay, maybe I'm seeing a negative 4 here. And I'm seeing another positive 4 here. That's it. Grouping all the v terms and on one side, and grouping all those that have no v on the other on one side. So what do we have? I'm having 2v minus 2v, because v minus v gives 2v. Okay, it won't give plus 2v, it's going to give minus 2v, so it's going to be negative 2v. Then we're having minus 1. This is a minus 4 plus 4. What do you have? A minus 4 plus 4 is what? A minus 4 plus 4 is 0. So everything here becomes 0. So we don't need to bother ourselves with what we have here. So, and this is 2v minus v. What's now our answer? 2v minus v is also 0. Okay, it's 0. So we're just left with what? With minus 1 here. So our answer is what? So, minus 1. Okay. Alright, question 5. We are subtracting. Be careful here, be careful here, be careful here. Please be very careful. Now the statement says subtract this from this. We are subtracting this value from this value. So you have to be very careful, please. This now minus this. Look at it again. Mathematically, that is going to be this minus this. This value down here minus this one. So minus. I believe that is understood. So let's simplify this bracket. We don't need to dwell much on this. So this remains the same thing. Then this will change because of this negative. So negative multiplying p becomes a negative p. Negative multiplying plus 3q becomes a positive 3q. Negative multiplying plus r becomes a negative r. Wow. Let's try and collect like terms. So I'm having a p and I'm having another minus p here. Here, and I'm having another minus p here. Brought together, okay? Now next I'm having a q, positive q, and I'm having a positive 3q here. Right? So I'm having here a minus 2r and I'm having another minus r here. Like terms collected. P terms grouped, Q terms grouped, and R terms grouped. So, not to waste our time, P minus P becomes 0. Okay? And I'm having 1Q or a Q plus 3Q give you 4Q. You have 4Q for this, and this is 2R minus R. So that's going to give me 3 minus 3R. Any other thing you think I can do? Nothing. This is going to be the final answer. So that is that about that. Alright, I believe that is all understood. So we're going to be drawing the curtain here for today, and tomorrow we'll pick it on from here. We'll stop. Here we'll stop. So there are classwork and assignments for you that you are going to engage by the end of this class. Please attend to them immediately and work on them over and over again until you make sure that you understand what is being taught. Alright, so we'll meet again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day ahead of you. See you tomorrow.